Coming up on the Hilton Head News, 4 people who played major roles in the community are remembered Sunday at the site for the Hilton Head Island Hall of Fame. Also ahead, don't ship or take that citrus tree you brought here in Beaufort County out of the county because it's against the law. We'll explain why. Stand by, the Hilton Head News is next. Welcome to the Hilton Head News. I'm McNair. A site to honor the first 4 individuals inducted into the Hilton Head Island Hall of Fame was dedicated Sunday at the Coastal Discovery Museum at Honeyhorn Plantation. Family and friends of the inaugural honorees, Charles Frazier, Fred Hack Sr., Charlotte Heinrichs, and Charles Simmons Sr., attended the event. Also there, members of the public and members of the Rotary Club of Hilton Head Island, which began the tradition of naming people to the island's Hall of Fame last year. Each of the 4 2012 Hall of Fame inductees was recognized on Sunday with a bronze plaque that includes information on their contributions to the Hilton Head Island community. George Heinrichs, the son of the founder of Deep Well, Charlotte Heinrichs, took a moment to remember his mother's willingness to help others.
I'm constantly amazed at what that little lady, who I call my mother, could accomplish. Every day she was up and about. Some days we came to visit the island and we'd hardly see her because she was so devoted to the many people that she wanted to help and things she wanted to do. I don't know where it came from. I guess it was born in her bones, because even before she came here as a public health nurse, why, many weekends she'd be out giving people injections or someone a bath or whatever was necessary to help humanity. So that was her calling.
And if his mother, Charlotte Heinrichs, could have been at the ceremony, which honored her for her contributions to Hilton Head Island, how would she feel? She would be horribly embarrassed if she was here today. She'd say, everybody else did it, I just sort of pulled it together in some small way. Mike Tchaikovsky, president of the Rotary Club of Hilton Head Island, spoke about the importance of the day's event and the establishment of the Hall of Fame.
I think it's a start of some recognition that's long overdue for those that have played such a big part in the development of our wonderful community.
The next time you're out at the Coastal Discovery Museum at Honeyhorn, you can visit the Hall of Fame. As you face the building, walk to the left towards the marsh, and you'll find the site with the plaques that have the names and the information on those who are in Hilton Head Island's Hall of Fame. Well, it may have looked like serious business as scores were being posted at the Country Club of Hilton Head on Saturday. But the event was more about fun as golfers enjoyed team play, food, and prizes at the Italian-American Club's annual golf tournament. All of the proceeds from that event will go towards supporting local charities and scholarships. Well, if you're new to the area, you may not know the following. It's against the law for you to take any citrus tree you buy here in Beaufort County out of our county, either by shipping it or moving it with you. Laura Lee Rose from Clemson's Beaufort County Extension Service explains why.
Well, a few years ago, the inspectors from the USDA came around into Beaufort County, and they were looking for an insect called the citrus psyllid that causes a disease on citrus trees called citrus greening. It's devastating to the tree, and it produces an inedible fruit on the tree. But Beaufort County, they did find the psyllid in Beaufort County, and as a result of that, Beaufort County is quarantined. You may buy or purchase citrus trees in Beaufort County, but you are not allowed to take them outside or to ship them outside of Beaufort County.
Laura Lee Rose says healthy trees are more resistant to disease, so if you have a citrus tree, be sure you water and fertilize it properly. And if you think you might have a problem with the Asian citrus psyllid, you can contact Clemson's Beaufort County Extension Office at 843-255-6060. Now here's a look at what's happening around the region. Investment analysts apparently liked what they saw when they visited Boeing's North Charleston plant. That word from the Post and Courier. Wall Street analysts visited the facility 2 weeks ago for Boeing's annual investor conference. According to the Post and Courier, many of those analysts advised their clients to buy shares of Boeing stock, including a team from Goldman Sachs, which reported, quote, Charleston looked great, end quote. And a look at gun statistics and gun violence. Recently was reported in the state newspaper, more South Carolinians died by suicides with firearms than those who died by homicides with firearms in 2011. That fact from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. According to the Centers for Disease Control, nationally, there's been a substantial increase in suicides among middle-aged adults. Suicides among white people also increased. Of the 652 South Carolinians who committed suicide in 2011, the largest group, 239, consisted of white males between the ages of 35 and 64, and 158 of those used a firearm. The executive director of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention recommends that if someone is depressed and talking about taking his or her own life with a gun, and there's one in the home, the best preventative measure is to remove that firearm from that person's home temporarily. Now, when we return, details on the loss of school funding for schools in Beaufort County. BJ Frazier will have our details, and also ahead, we'll find out about the winner of the Small Business Awards. Stay right there.
I'm here at the top of the Harbortown Lighthouse with Nadia Wagner. She's the lighthouse keeper. Nadia, this is a Hilton Head icon, but many people don't realize it's so much more.
It is, Debbie. The view is so thrilling. Many people don't realize you can climb to the top. We've had many marriage proposals, even weddings. You can shop at the top for gifts you won't find anywhere else and wave to friends and family on our live webcam. It's the high point of the Lowcountry.
You do not want to miss this view. What's the admission cost, Nadia?
It's only $375 per person, and kids 5 and under are free.
Make this a must-see while you're here on Hilton Head. Thanks, Nadia.
Thank you. See you soon.
Some bad news when it comes to funding for Beaufort County schools. Here with the information on that, BJ Frazier of the Hilton Head Sun. What about it, BJ? Lots of money not going to be coming into the Beaufort County School District, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, over $700,000 is being eliminated from the Beaufort County system, and it's due to federal budget cuts and stimulus funding that's now evaporated. And unfortunately, it's going to be, these are funds that are earmarked for low-income students, primarily at Hilton Head Elementary and Hilton Head's Creative Arts Center and so forth. And these are for part-time tutors and before and after school programs and things that really enrich the education. And it looks like they're going to get another hit the following year unless something could be happening. So unfortunately, these are the times we live in.
Oh, it's just really bad news as far as helping out kids who are in need. Moving on, though, we've got information, or you do, as a matter of fact, details on a whole problem that erupted, so to speak, at Indigo Run at a lake there. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, the Crystal Lake, which is a 7.5-acre lake, quite large in Indigo Run, developed an algae problem, which many lakes and ponds do around here, and the management decided against recommendations to put in 15 gallons of low-dose algicide. And unfortunately, what happened, apparently it killed the algae, but it also killed hundreds of fish and eels that just surfaced and created a death-like stench. So there's no good solution. They wanted to get rid of the algae, but maybe next time they can just cut back a little bit on the dose.
Gee, it might have been good to be in the clothespin business so you could sell a few around there so people could clamp them on their nose. That had to be awful. You've got information that also deals with other water issues. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, maybe this is a story of too little too late, but the Georgia Department of Environmental Protection has really clamped down on giving permits for new wells that would draw on the upper Floridian aquifer. And that affects us because not only does the fresh water supply come from that for coastal Georgia, but it also for the islands, and particularly for Port Royal Sound homes that have problems with fresh water. And you know, this is one more step in an ongoing issue and a way to solve this problem about salination into our wells and so forth. But it's just a very tip of the iceberg. This is going to be an ongoing problem, and the only way to do it, to really fix this, is to reduce consumption and we know that's not going to happen soon.
Well, I know you'll keep us updated on that. BJ Frazier, the Hilton Head Sun, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Allie.
And here now on the Hilton Head News, Charlie Clark. She is the Vice President of Communications with the Hilton Head Island-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Allie.
Well, I understand you recently announced the Chamber Small Business of the Year Awards. Tell us about that.
We did. It's an annual thing we've been doing for over 27 years. We've announced the Small Business of the Year, which this year's a Bluffton business. It was Leah McCarthy's Downtown Deli and Catering.
And what about a new award that was presented this year as well?
You know, we wanted to honor those entrepreneurial businesses, those startups, and so we started off with a new award this year, which is sort of the up-and-coming award for those startups, anyone who's been in business, a business between 3 and 5 years. And the winner of that award this year was Mindstream Academy. It's a great, great organization that's doing great things in our community. It's been lauded recently in shows like the Today Show and a variety of other national for their work with at-risk teens.
What kind of criteria is used for these awards?
Well, I think the neat thing about these awards, Allie, is it's not just about a business's bottom line that makes the difference. The committee that chooses this award looks at a variety of things: the business's ability to work through adversity, how well they give back to the community. It's not just about the bottom line, although that is part of it. Are they successful, and how are they making that successful? And that's what they're looking at with a new business.
Got to ask you, you said the committee. I'd like to know who's on the committee and how are those winners chosen?
You know, believe it or not, most people think it's chosen by a chamber staff, and it is not chosen by chamber staff. There's a committee made up of past winners as well as counselors from SCORE, which is the Service Corps of Retired Executives that has an office here on the island, one of the most noted and lauded groups of SCORE in the nation, actually, and past winners and business leaders who make that decision on who the Small Business of the Year award winner is.
Well, I would think it would be good for business for those folks that are recognized with an award. What do they do from here, Charlie?
You know, I think the neat thing is a lot of these folks who have gone on to win this award and see what it does for their business and that accolade and how that works for them have gone on to compete for South Carolina businesses. I know Pinot Gelato as well as Faces Day Spa and Boutique have both gone on to not just state awards but also national awards, U.S. Chamber Blue Ribbon Awards. And the owner of Faces, Patricia Owen, actually serves on the U.S. Chamber Board. So they've used it to kind of catapult themselves into other leadership positions that's great for their business, and they've learned a lot along the way.
Well, Charlie Clark, Vice President of Communications for the Hilton Head Island-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, thanks so much for letting us know about those awards.
Thanks, Allie.
And when we come back, we'll have much more for you here, including information about the Beaufort County School District's Teachers Forum, and we'll also find out about what the Kiwanis Club of Hilton Head Island is doing to help those in need. Stay right there.
When you don't place your yard debris in ditches and roads, then I can enjoy my fishing.
And in South Carolina, please pick up after your pets so I can continue to shrimp and make my livelihood.
And when you only apply what is needed to your lawn and garden, me and thousands of others can enjoy our rivers.
By eliminating our contributions to polluted runoff from yards and streets, we protect our water quality and the waterways that are so much a part of our culture.
Remember, we all live downstream.
Find out more from Clemson's Carolina Clear. This commercial is supported by your community partners in Beaufort County.
Christine Gray has been teaching math at Hilton Head Island High School for 22 years, and she joins us on the Hilton Head News to tell us about the Beaufort County District Teacher Forum. Hi, Chris.
Hello, good morning.
Well, I didn't know anything about this. Tell us, what is the Beaufort County District Teacher Forum?
Well, the Beaufort County District Teacher Forum is a group of people that meet regularly with the superintendent and with other senior staff from the Beaufort County School District to voice concerns and talk about issues. And it's made up of the district teachers of the year from the past several years, and from all the teachers of the year from over 30 different buildings in the Beaufort County School District. So there's a teacher of the year from every school as a part of the district forum, and there happens to be 2 years worth of them. The district forum makes up 2 years worth of district teachers of the year and teachers of the year from the different schools.
And you all get together, or these teachers of the year get together with the powers that be. What's the purpose? What's the hope that this meeting will do?
Well, we have a fourfold mission. Our job is to develop teacher leadership among the teachers of the year so that they become better in the classroom and better advocates for the students that they teach. We provide a collaborative voice on educational issues so we can talk with the superintendent about things that we think will make student achievement better in Beaufort County. We also like to talk with our legislators about educational issues here in Beaufort County. We create a positive environment for growth for our students. So we like to collaborate with each other and work towards creating a better environment for the kids. And lastly, but certainly not least, we like to celebrate the education profession. We are professionals, and very often it doesn't seem as though we're treated as professionals. So we like to advocate and celebrate for ourselves as well.
Well, I have a lot of regard for you as a professional and all the teachers in Beaufort County. I ended up doing some student teaching once, and I had to take a nap every day when I got home from the junior high school because it was so exhaustive. So kudos to all of you. What about some of the priorities of the forum?
Well, we do start off with a couple of items that happen yearly. One of those is the District Teacher of the Year announcement. The people who are elected from the 30 different schools in the Beaufort County School District are then asked to apply and fill out an application for the District Teacher of the Year. There's a committee that selects the District Teacher of the Year, but we celebrate that with a big breakfast where we invite all of the previous year's Teachers of the Year, all their principals, so that there is this wonderful announcement. We've had a lot of luck with Hilton Head BMW providing that Teacher of the Year with a brand new BMW to use for one full year. So it's a wonderful celebration, and we are very proud. This year happens to be Erin Reichert from Bluffton High School is our District Teacher of the Year, and she gets to drive around that pretty white BMW for a year.
Well, if we see her traveling by us, we'll give her a big wave. When exactly is the forum date?
Well, the forum actually meets every single month, but the date for the announcement of the District Teacher of the Year happens every September. And then every February, we get into the legislative piece of what we like to do, and that is meet with our legislators locally. And those are the ones who are members of our school board, members of our county council, state representatives, and federal representatives when they're available. And we get all of the Teachers of the Year together, and we set up little groups of discussion with each of those leaders so that we can stay in contact and create this nice collaboration so that our voice will be heard when they go to make their bills and pass legislation that involves education.
Well, Christine Gray, math teacher for 22 years, going on 23 at Hilton Head Island High School. We thank you for giving us the information on the Beaufort County District Teacher Forum. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Ray Carlton is on the Hilton Head News now. Ray served as past president of the Kiwanis Club of Hilton Head. Hi, Ray.
Hi there. How are you this morning?
I am great, thanks. For people that may not know, what is the mission here of the Kiwanis of Hilton Head?
Well, the Kiwanis mission is one child, one community at a time, to service those younger folks in our community who need help in various forms of scholarships, programs, and things to help them become a better citizen throughout their childhood lives.
So when you look at organizations that Kiwanis wants to lend a hand to, do you specifically look at organizations that work with children in our area?
Yes, that's basically the worldwide goal of Kiwanis, is to support children from prenatal up through teens. That's our primary function, and it always has been, and I'm sure it always will be.
Do you have a lot of members here on the island? How are you doing with that?
Well, we only have 30 members at the present time, and we need to expand our membership because a lot of us are getting older, and we can't continue to do the things that need to be done, especially the physical work at the chili cook-off and the rib burn-off. It's getting harder and harder. So we need new members who are in the community who are willing to serve and help support the children of Hilton Head Island.
Well, you know, that's impressive. When you tell me you only have 30 members and you put on those two events, which are hugely attended and very successful, I can see why you'd say, hey, folks, come along, lend a hand. What is it, though, if you were going to speak to someone maybe thinking about joining Kiwanis, what is it that you get from being a member?
The biggest thing that I get personally, and I've been with Kiwanis for some 30 years, is a self-satisfaction to know that I am helping the young children of this area and giving them the opportunities that I had as a child, and hopefully they will take those opportunities and turn them around and become the citizens of tomorrow that will also then turn around to support the children of the future.
Well, Ray Carlton, we appreciate your coming on here at the Hilton Head News with us. Thanks on behalf of everyone in the community. I know you have that chili cook-off in October. We'll keep an eye open for that. And thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the air.
And up next, we'll hear from Nancy Watts. She's going to tell us where to go on Hilton Head Island. We'll be right back.
The Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa is celebrating its grand renewal. Relax and unwind at the totally renovated resort featuring new pools, lush gardens and courtyards, guest rooms, ballroom, main lobby conservatory, and more. Enjoy family fun on the beach, improve your game with unparalleled golf, indulge your senses with newly inspired low-country cuisine in our refreshed restaurants including Oceanfront View 32 and Barony Bar, and rejuvenate at the Heavenly Spa. Stay for a night, a weekend, or more at the Westin Hilton Head Island Resort and Spa. Be well, be Westin.
It's a great time of year to get out on the waterways here on Hilton Head Island, and here to tell us where to go to do that, Nancy Watts. Hi, Nancy.
Hi there, and there are so many opportunities out there.
I know you've got a great idea, one vessel that leaves from Shelter Cove Harbor. Tell us about that for the family.
It's for the babies. The little ones, the smaller they are, the more they like it, I think. They get to go out and crab, and they put their little hooks in the water, and the one with the biggest crab gets a free t-shirt.
That sounds like fun, and that's Crab or Jay, right?
Crab or Jay.
And also, I believe there's another one or two that may go out of there, or maybe it's Palmetto Bay Marina you wanted to tell us about, a couple of there.
Well, let me tell you about the holiday first. I've been seeing on Facebook, Captain Mark has been making some gorgeous sunset pictures. So maybe a sunset cruise would be just what you'd like to do. You can take your family out and look at those gorgeous sunsets. No two are ever alike.
Great, so that's the holiday, that's Shelter Cove Harbor too.
That's Shelter Cove Harbor too.
Okay, now we'll go to Palmetto Bay Marina. How about that?
Pahana and the Flying Circus, and oh my goodness, there's so much out down there that you can enjoy. But the Pahana takes more than 6. The Flying Circus only takes 6. It's a small boat and it's really a sailor. The Pahana is very calm and quiet. And you'll just love Jeannie Zilkus and her husband, John, and they are just wonderful. They've been doing this a long time. 25 years, as a matter of fact.
Wow, that's experience for you. And Cheers. Tell us about Cheers.
And Cheers is over on the other side. It's down off of the off of Hudson's on the dock, yes. And it's a beautiful boat too. It just sails right out into Calabogie Sound, and into Broad Creek. And it's a beautiful boat and fun. And as a matter of fact, they were named or seen in the latest copy of the Southern Living magazine. If you happen to get your copy, it featured Hilton Head, and it featured the Cheers. It featured, I can't remember who all. But anyway, it was a wonderful article. Oh, it featured South Beach. And it was a wonderful article. I was talking to the guys down there, and I said, hey, did you see it? He said, oh yeah, we've already gotten some exposure from that already.
Well, congratulations to them. I know you've got even more ideas as far as cruising out on our waterways. We're going to bring you back to give us more of those ideas the next time. As always, Nancy Watts, thanks for joining us on the Hilton Head News.
Oh, I look like I just came in from a cruise, but I had a wonderful time when I did.
All right, thank you so much. And we want to thank you for watching this edition of the Hilton Head News. I'm McNair. We'll see you the next time.